160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley. With convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut, visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Well, welcome everybody. It's welcome to Tiger Talk at Westfield Tech Academy at Studio 120. You're listening on W89.5 WSKB, and you can also watch on WCPC Channel 15, Westfield Community Programming Channel. We got Pete Coles back in the booth today. Hi, Pete.
Good morning.
Morning.
And we're ready to roll. We got Mrs. Groom to my left, and I'm Kevin Daly. And we're going to talk everything and anything at Westfield Tech Academy.
Right.
And there is sure a lot of things happening, occurring, going on right now. What do you think,
Right.
Mrs. Groom?
Yes, as we're running in the door.
Oh my God.
It's crunch time.
It's chasing.
It is.
I almost called you on the radio to find out where you were.
Well, Pete, I don't know what. It just, like Carol said this last week, I went to the dentist yesterday, no cavities, but they said, oh, you must be excited, school's winding down. And exactly like Carol said last week, Pete, there's nothing winding down about us right now. I mean,
Crunch time.
everything is going on. We have the seniors graduating. We have scheduling for next year. We have the freshman applications getting out. We just
Everything.
baseball games and
Yep.
lacrosse games.
Yeah, I'm going to try to cover that game on the 17th. St.
Yeah.
Mary's
Oh, that'd be
versus
great.
Westfield Tech.
Well,
Yeah.
let's talk about that since we're talking about it. Let's talk about
Let's
it.
talk about
Okay.
All right.
Something
So,
about
I think our former mayor wants to call that game.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be awesome. So that's next Tuesday, May 17th. At the game starts at 7 o'clock, so I think it'll be pregame at 6:30. It's a game between Westfield Tech Academy baseball and St. Mary's.
Do you want to call it with them?
Well, I'm gonna be there early, maybe.
All right.
That'd be sort of fun.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
I'll talk to Mr. Collins. We can have a 3-man booth or
Yeah,
something.
pitch down low for ball 3.
Have a St. Mary's guy, a Westfield Tech guy, and Danny can do play-by-play.
Yeah, that'd
I
be cool.
think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. That's a deep fly ball, left field. The left field is underneath.
Okay,
That's
Uke.
2. Okay, sorry.
He's already getting lost.
So May 17th, and again, the proceeds are going to the Rob Alari Scholarship. So we're trying to promote that, and everybody out there that's listening, if you can stop by and support St. Mary's or Westfield Tech, all the money that's going there is going to go towards the scholarship for a deserving senior this year, in honor of our colleague and administrator here, Rob Alari. So Rob Alari's brother's going to be here to throw out the first pitch.
Oh, that's super
So
exciting.
he's super excited. He's coming up from
Yeah.
Rhode Island, and his wife is going to be there with. I think both daughters are going to be there. I know definitely one is going to be there. So it's going to be a great night. Hopefully we have good weather.
Yes.
And we have a big turnout, and obviously we hope the Tech Tigers come out on top. But I really want a good game.
Yes,
You know
I
what
think
I mean?
that
don't
would
want
be
it to
important.
I know the last time they played it was sort of one-sided. So the baseball team is rolling right now. So we're excited about that. So I'm actually excited to get in the booth. This is good.
Oh boy, I
So,
won't stop hearing about the practice.
Mr. Coles, go ahead and tell whoever you got to tell.
I just
hop in
messaged
there.
Mr. Knappich.
That'll be fun. We have so that's going on. That's exciting.
Very.
And then the following not the following, the 26th.
26.
Is that the next Thursday?
I'll be away, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the next Thursday, the Starfires are playing it. Their opening day is at 10 o'clock up at Bowlins Field, so that's exciting. That's the college kids' summer team, Westfield Starfires, and the middle school is going to be there in attendance, 7th and 8th grade. And while they're at the game, we are going to set up all 12 shops. Maybe you guys will be here. We got a couple horticulture kids right here joining us. We'll talk to them in a sec. We're gonna set up all 12 shops for the 7th and 8th graders to walk through, and basically like a show and tell of what our school has to offer. So that'll be pretty exciting and fun. And again, I hope the weather is nice and you can catch some baseball and also check out what we're doing at school.
All I want to know from the horticulture guys, you can ask them because they don't have headsets on. They might be able to hear me, but how did they hold back the thundering mob that invaded their shop during Mother's Day plant sale?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that right now.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
So with us, we have Zach Gaudette to my right, stage left, and Bobby Crean over to my left, your stage right. That's TV talk, people. Yeah. They're both in the horticulture department. Welcome, guys. What's up?
Not much.
Not much. Bob?
Nothing much.
Bob's also on the lacrosse team. We'll talk to him in a second about that as well when we get to before he rolls out of here.
It's funny they say nothing much, but they've been busy,
Oh, yeah.
and that's why they're
Straight
here.
out. So we're having these two guys on. We had Miss Toro on.
Mm-hmm.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago?
2
weeks ago to talk about the plant sale. We've had Mr. Sperry on, the horticulture, the lead teacher in horticulture, to talk about everything that the shop does down there. And we thought we'd have these two guys on because they were featured on a segment on Mass Appeal last week about some plantings.
So
Did you
now
see
I'm
it?
among the Mass Appeal
Well,
veterans.
there's 4 people in the studio, and 3 of us have been on Mass Appeal. So, hey, we're part of the elite crew, guys. Congratulations. So keep working at it, Mrs.
Yep.
Someday.
Someday.
Baby steps. That's all it takes. Keep working on it. So, Zach, tell us about why did Mass Appeal come check us out? Why did they do a story on it? It was actually a great story in collaboration with the Park and Rec. Was it Westfield Park and Rec?
It was Westfield Park and Rec.
Yeah.
So Mass Appeal came out basically because they heard the story of us replenishing the land over at Toccoa Dam, and they thought it would be like just a cool thing to share with people. Like, we might actually take away from land, but it's also a good thing to actually put back what we've taken away, because if you just keep taking and taking, eventually there won't be anything to take.
So was there a barren area that with no plants, no grass, no nothing there?
So yeah, there was an area that was concreted over because there was a dam there.
Okay.
Because it was Toccoa Dam. They used to use it for drinking water. But over the years, so much silt built up, it basically took up half the dam.
Okay.
And I don't know where they built a new one, but I know that they did. And so they tore that one down to let the water flow off the mountain. And once that was gone, it was just kind of a flat land where there's a bunch of trees around us, but it was just that area that wasn't covered in nothing.
And incredibly good soil, too, because all that silt
Right.
that built up.
Right. So it was just begging for some plantings.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. And Bobby, how many what did we plant? Did we plant trees, pine trees? Like what did we put there?
White ferns and I don't know the other plants we planted. But the one thing with the white ferns, the cool thing about them is they have a really big root system. They all combine together, and it makes a nice big root system, so it holds its ground.
Right.
And it stops any of the corroding and anything. Just keep.
So it
everything
stops
on
the
top.
erosion. So
Yeah.
it doesn't. Okay, cool. And did we plant? So we planted some ground stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we planted a lot of ground covering
Yep.
over on one side of the bank.
Yeah.
And then right where all of our trucks were parked, we planted trees and shrubs. I know that we planted, I think it was red maple, we planted river birch. Those are the only 2 I know off
Yeah.
the top of my head right now, but we planted about 50 trees and 50 shrubs.
So you're saying around 100
Yeah.
plants.
100 plants,
Yeah, cool.
basically.
And
And
that's a fair amount of acreage up there that you guys had to work with, right?
To be honest, the area that we were planting wasn't even that big.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a decent sized area,
Yeah.
but for the amount of plants that we're planting, we're basically just doing a chunk of forest.
with the trees, the red birch, whatever, how big? 3-footers, or
I'd
or
say
even
when we
smaller than that.
I'd say when we put them in. So I don't think I would consider them saplings because they were a little bit bigger.
Yep.
But they were, I'd say about 3-4 foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, my last question is: any machine to dig the holes or old school?
No.
No,
by
we
hand.
did.
We literally, the water was still flowing. They drained it all out, but we were still walking through the water. We were going straight across.
Really?
We were throwing
With shovels?
with shovels in our hands. I remember I brought a shovel over and my water was filled with boot. My boot was filled with water.
Really?
Completely.
So it's still pretty wet there,
It was-
obviously.
Yeah, and there were some deep parts, and then it was just all mushy and everything. Then the
Well-
hill we were planting on, oh my god!
It was steep.
If you would put a planting pot right there,
It'd fall.
you had to like hold it because it was so steep.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Wow.
But the thing is about, like you said, it was wet over there.
Yeah.
We picked a lot of the plants for the wetland since it is near the river.
Right.
And it's a lot of silt.
Yep.
So a lot of plants are going to adapt very well to that environment. But yeah, I think the thing that sucked is we did it old school and it was very, very
Yeah.
rocky.
Yeah.
So it took us a while just to dig a hole.
I know. I
with
was
some
thinking, like,
trees.
could you guys get a backhoe in there, drill a hole and stuff like that? But no, you got shovel in
could've.
it.
We could have brought
Yeah.
our small tractor
Yeah.
and squeezed it through,
But
but we didn't really think of it at the
Yeah,
time.
right.
it's kind of too much at risk. It's really rocky up there.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's really tough up there. Like we were digging out big boulders out of there. It was,
So, do you guys know, and maybe you don't know this, are we going to plan on, are there other areas up there that possibly could get more plantings up there, or is that,
That's something more that Scott with
yeah,
um,
Hathaway?
Scott Hathaway
Yep.
and Miss Sperry will probably have to talk
Yeah.
about. Basically, when we walk in, we have a shop meeting.
Yep.
They basically tell
That's
us, "Hey,
this is your
we're
job
going
for today.
Yeah, they're like, "This is what we're doing for today," and we just roll with it.
Yeah, well, it was a really great thing. You guys did a great job. It was great to see us on TV, or you guys on TV. And what a nice thing to do, huh, Mrs.
Yeah,
Jones?
I'm gonna have to play that back. I'll go on.
Yeah,
YouTube.
it
I
was
wanna
really
see
good. I
that.
watched it.
Yeah, we got to get the communication.
When's
out more.
Mr. Sperry going to trim his beard up?
I don't
thing's
think he's
out-
gonna.
That thing's out of control.
Nah, we
It-
should let
it-
it. should
He's
just grow
going full
out.
ZZ Top.
He is going
He's,
ZZ Top.
he's got a reason
We got to
for
put
it.
some rubber bands on it. Lou Albano. Guys, before you go, I want to talk about the plant sale because you guys were in a shop during that as well, right?
Yep.
So, and Pete asked about this too. We run the plant sale for those of you guys that are listening and don't know. We typically start the plant sale on Tuesday. We run it all the way through Saturday. Prior to COVID, I think we made it to Friday
Yeah.
with plants. Guys, when did we end the plant sale officially this
I
year?
think we officially ended it around Thursday. The first day, I think, after this COVID season kind of started bearing out,
Yeah.
is that everybody rushed in to buy.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Sale.
I mean, you can ask anybody, but the people that were bringing plants out, they were getting snatched right out of their hands.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't put them on the shelves fast enough.
Yeah, so what happens is
I'm telling you, that first day of the sale, I came in here at 5:30, and there were already cars waiting at 5:30 a.m.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not lying.
I couldn't even bring out the posters fast enough to go put them on the fence. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting calls previous on Monday. Can we get in early?
sneak
And I'm
preview
like,
or-
yeah. Can I see? Even the teachers are like, when can we get in there?
Right.
And when we go in there, it's basically, it's organized chaos, right? I mean, the
Yeah.
kids are out there. You guys are making sure the tables are stocked and the hangers are out there, and you're running to the greenhouse to get things and helping, right? Bring to the car, things
Yeah.
like that. Each student is designated with a job. Does Mr. Sperry sit down in the morning with you guys and like, okay, you're at this table, your area, or is it pretty much
It was-
like, hey, if you see people, help them out?
It was kind of all right. It was a little bit of both. It was kind of like if you see, open space, go fill it. But if there's somebody that looks like they need help, maybe ask
Yeah.
them. But yeah, it was a
who-
lot of designated.
Do the kids and Mr. Sperry or Miss Ham or Miss Toro at the register?
usually it's a mix. Usually Miss Toro,
Yeah.
but usually mixed around every year.
Now, did you guys get a chance to work the plant sale? Oh, you didn't because we had COVID, right? So this was your first experience
No,
with the
we
plant sale?
did it our sophomore year.
Your
We came back just in time and they started planted and stuff. So
Would you guys say that this one was more intense than the last one? Quicker sales, more people?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I mean,
Yeah.
we sold up pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I was throwing stuff on my table and I literally was like almost empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
And it was.
I'm glad we at least put up that second greenhouse because we're gonna need it for next year.
You beat me to it. So if you guys, knowing the demand and knowing the need, we have actually, Mr. Sperry has put a little money that he made from the plant sale and bought another greenhouse. So we're hoping to possibly double
Yeah, that's
our production.
the goal.
And Mr. Sperry's was worried about, hey, do you think if I fill the greenhouse too, will I be able to sell it? What do you guys think?
I think we'll be able to sell it pretty
no
fast
problem.
because people are still coming in,
Asking.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and like, this is all you guys have left.
Yeah.
Because they were looking to buy a bunch of plants. It's like, look, first come, first serve.
Yeah,
kinda.
that's what it is. It's organized chaos, first come, first serve, and bring your
hard
wallet.
to shop in that atmosphere.
Yeah,
As
it's
exciting as
intense.
it could be, it's very
intense.
hard to shop.
Well, guys, you did a great job. Proud of you. I want to talk to you about lacrosse for a second because we have a lacrosse program that we co-op with St. Mary's and is it Southwick too, Bob?
Hampton.
Hampton. Okay. And how are we doing?
Doing good. Five and five.
Okay, good.
A lot of new guys. I mean,
Yeah.
we're growing.
Right.
Now, can I back up a little bit? Have you played lacrosse your whole life when you were
Yeah,
younger in middle school?
I played because my brother.
Yep.
He got me into. He played at the high school.
Yep.
And then I kind of just took over. I mean, he got me into long pole. That's like defense.
Yep.
He's got me into it. He came home.
And now, when you were in 8th grade, and you were you're a Westfield kid.
Yeah.
When you were looking between the high school and tech, did lacrosse play a factor? Were you thinking about?
Yeah, for sure. Because I just always wanted to play high school.
Yeah.
High school level.
Yeah. And were you able to play your freshman and sophomore year?
So freshman year I couldn't play. Something happened.
Yeah.
It was COVID and just hit everything. But sophomore year and the rest of this, I'm playing for years so far. So.
Yeah. So it's good. We have an agreement with lacrosse. We're 500 there, so it's good. I wanted to give you guys some recognition. I can't say shout out anymore.
I know. You've been
So I'm banned from saying shout out.
Shout out.
Yep, no more shout outs. But I wanted to recognize you and the team and your hard work and good job and keep it up. You got a game today?
Yeah, I got a game against Central at home.
Oh, where do you guys play your home games?
Boardman.
Boardman Field up near the high school and the animal hospital. So if you guys are looking for something to do at
5:30, I believe.
Is it late? 5:30?
So.
Around 5:30. Head up to Boardman Field and check out the Westfield Tech / St. Mary's Hampton lacrosse team, and hopefully they'll be putting a thumping on Central today, right?
Fully.
All right, boys. Hey, thanks for coming on. You guys did a great job. Look forward to seeing what you guys have next in the hopper for projects the last month or so.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll be back. Maybe a song right now, Pete, and we'll be back with some motorsports talk.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching to see what you do. Everyone's looking at you. Oh, everyone's wondering.
Underwriting for the community programming of WSKB is provided by the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield, serving the youth of the Whip City and surrounding communities since 1969. For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Join us every Thursday morning.
From 6 until at least 7:30.
Check out the Bobby G and Company Show.
Right here on WSKB 89.5.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Hey, we're back live with Tiger Talk, 89.5 WSKB, Channel 15 if you're watching on TV, Suite 120 from Westfield Tech Academy.
Hey, before we get back into it,
yeah?
I want to do this day in Tiger Talk history.
Okay.
7 years ago, we were here.
Oh.
Oh, wow, from the hangar. Look at that.
That's
Bobby O
awesome.
and the crew, and the hangar's not even done yet.
Westfield News was up there as well. And then
Wow.
this is me from the night before setting up.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Boy, if you went to the hangar now, Pete, you wouldn't even recognize the place.
I know.
Boy, that's
Isn't
come
that
along.
pretty wild?
That
7
is.
years. Boy, it doesn't
7
seem
years
like it.
ago. That was
Yeah.
2016.
Wow. Well,
So many things have happened since then.
I
I know, huh?
good and bad,
Yep.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
thanks.
enjoyed
was really-
checking out that MiG that was up that used to be up there.
Yeah,
Remember
I
that?
remember that. I do, yeah. It's interesting how time flies.
It does.
And I want to. We got to start getting pictures and stuff in the background when we're talking about things. I don't know,
I
how to
know,
integrate that, Pete, but
More work for Pete.
yeah.
Don't tell Curtis. That'll throw him into a spin.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Curtis has been doing
Well, would
good.
it go in
he-
the
Curtis
back
does
or
a
would
good
it
job.
go where the tiger is?
You could put it where the tiger is, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Something to add for maybe
It's not
for
hard.
next
I
year.
just saw it pop up in my Facebook memory, so I downloaded those pictures really quick. And
That's awesome.
That was really
Threw
great.
'em in there,
to
yeah.
see.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
But I think when we're talking about, like, for instance, a story today about Pete about the plantings, if we had pictures from that and we were put them up in the air, while we were talking
maybe
about
we
it,
have
that'd
a
be cool.
program that can take pictures and video.
Yeah, that'd be
That
great.
could run over there and do a story like that, and then we
Yeah.
could put it on.
That'd
And,
be
and you know
great.
what else?
But
would
you have
be
to
great?
plan.
Yes, and it would be great if we knew who our guests were and
Well, but you
what
could
we were
s-
doing more than 2 days in advance.
Carol, I'm planning the best I can. I mean, you keep riding on my coattails. I do all the work, and then you just stroll in here.
Yeah, but
and
if you
think it
worked,
just happens.
if you worked with Mr. Forney and maybe had a student producer that could help you book guests and things like that,
well, I think
You know what,
these are.
Pete? That's an awesome idea.
It is a great idea.
it would give them a weekly assignment that they could come in here and do, and they could produce it, and then they wouldn't say, "Well, I have nothing to do." There's
Right.
would be always something to do because you'd have a weekly show with a deadline.
That's great feedback right there, and I
Very.
think that that's something we should definitely look into.
I'm trying to get them
getting done for
excited
next
also
year.
for the Big E. I want to pitch something to the Big E, go over to the marketing department and have our students do this day, today at the Big E, where they do 1 or 2 stories every day. The entire class would be over at the Big E for the entire run of the fair. The marketing department would be our assignment editor. They would give us a story to do for today, a story to do something coming tomorrow, and then graphics, and we do a 15-minute show every day that we release to the web under the Big E Twitter account, and that would be produced all by WTA.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Now I got to get them excited to do it
Well, I think
because I can't do it by myself.
No, and I think you're at a perfect time, Pete, because after the chef, the great
Chef
chef
Showdown.
Showdown. Yeah.
from Westfield Tech that we did, and the kids were just. You weren't here last week, Pete, but
I was here.
No, I mean on the show. I think Curtis did it, but
Yeah, he wanted to do it, so I
yeah.
let him do it.
and he did great. But the kids were super excited
Yeah.
about it, so we're looking forward to that. So if you missed that, the
That's
kids
being
did it.
edited right now.
Yeah, they did a Top Chef last week for 2 days. Grilled cheese. They did a pork entree.
Yeah.
All total, it was 4 days.
Because
Because there was a
days.
setup day and there
Yeah.
was a teardown day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a lot of work.
There's a lot in the background
But-
that will all be edited, and then
Can't
we'll be
wait
able to
see
see
the
it.
final results.
Yeah.
So that was great. We have a lot on top of that going on. We have, of course, we have our co-op going on, and we have over 75 kids out on co-op right now. We just sent in a couple more out, and it's the end of the year, so it's almost becoming like a co-op / summer job for these kids. And our hopes is that
Sure.
they take that summer job, and then come September, we roll that into a co-op. So don't if you're interested in getting one of our kids for your company, you can still call, you can still reach out. I have 4 emails still untouched that I got to get back to today or tomorrow about opportunities for some of our kids, and it technically might not be a co-op, by the time we get it all said and done, but it definitely could be a summer job, and hopefully it can roll into a co-op to start the year. So
you know what? I didn't think I didn't think I had enough work for a co-op producer.
Yeah.
But maybe if they produced the school shows and did stories around the school, maybe there would be 30 hours there. We'll have to talk.
I think once you get rolling, Pete, you'll be surprised how much time, you would use a student.
We just have to have the right student that can handle, take that responsibility
That's
on their own.
We got to find them. They're self-driven, and we got them here.
We do
for sure. Motivated, self-driven. That's what we got. We got a lot of those kids. So we have so that's still running strong. We talked about our baseball night. We talked about we're going to talk about motorsports as soon as Mr. Rainey gets here. We got a big car show coming up. We have graduation on Thursday, June 2nd, and that's going to be hopefully on Bullens Field at night. Again.
Can you remind me if it rains, what happens?
It doesn't rain
right
on graduation night.
But
so
just in
don't worry
case
about
it did.
Well, we're not going to talk about things that aren't going to happen, Carol. And I just was scolded off air that I interrupted Carol when she was going to ask a question. So I'm going to be very cognizant of allowing you your time.
I just saw that right there when I said something and you dismissed me. So
downtime is bad time, So we got to keep it rolling here, Mrs. Groom. So if you see an opportunity to ask a question, be aggressive. Go ahead. You can do it, Grasshopper.
Got to fight for your right to party, Mrs. Groom.
All right.
She takes 3 steps forward and then a little slide back, and I got to pump her up. But you're doing great. You have no idea. I'm gonna get killed after this.
Yeah, you're gonna get eviscerated for this one.
Yeah, this is it. I know I can do this, but then she'll get me back. Don't worry. And then of course, Mrs. Grimm, let's talk about the freshmen. What's going on with the incoming 8th graders? Status of that, because I know it's right near the deadline right now.
I mean, the letters are going out. They're going out today and tomorrow. So students that have applied will be hearing within a few days through the mail, and then hopefully we'll get the response that yes, we want to attend, I want to come to the school, and then they're invited to our June 9th freshman barbecue and orientation.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yep, so we finally got through the interviews, and all the kids have been scored and according to the state rubric that we're given, and we grabbed our top students. We are maxed out. We took the most we could take, and we always leave a few spots maybe for kids that if they say no, then we take the next kid on the list. Yes. So it's really exciting. We wish we could take all the kids, but
isn't it pretty cool that you actually have a waiting list nowadays, though?
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, it's this year particularly, Pete.
That's very cool.
The numbers were really high,
and we still have some upperclassmen, 10th graders who want to.
Yeah, we
transfer in.
Yeah, we got about 15 I think, right around 15.
Yeah, something like that.
That means Mike Rowe's message is starting to break through.
I think so. And when I see people and they find out where I'm working, I inevitably get the question, "Hey, how's?" I bet I hear a lot of kids are going to the school. There's a lot of great things happening at the school, and it's like, yeah. We have we don't have enough room for all the kids that want to come here.
I got a question. Do any of the kids here apply for the MicroWorks scholarship for Skills USA? Have any of them applied for it?
I don't know off the top of my head,
me
Pete,
either.
to be honest with you.
Okay,
but we can check that out.
Yeah.
I don't know a ton about that
because I know they're giving away another $1 million this year to kids that are. You have to take a sweat equity pledge, but he talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
We'll check on that.
Yeah. I know that Mr. O'Leary reached out to Mike Rowe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, tried to get him to come to our school, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah?
He did respond.
Actually, he did.
We should see if he'll do a Zoom interview with us.
That'd be cool.
I know now that
we'll do everything. He's great.
He is.
He is awesome.
What's going on we are back and running for our restaurant, right, Mrs.
Yes,
Groom, Tiger's Pride?
We are. They were catering last week, so we didn't have
catering and the big show.
Yeah.
They
Right.
were a little busy.
Oh, that's true. They had a lot going on.
Yeah.
But this week they're open. They were open yesterday. They're open today. Their soups are carrot ginger soup and corn chowder. The salad is a Greek salad, which is a mixture of fresh salad greens and vegetables with feta cheese, olives, pepperoncinis, and I don't know, Pete, did I pronounce that correctly? I've heard-
Pepperoncini. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
okay.
you were close.
All right. Marinated artichokes, and they have a homemade Greek dressing. The entrees today are chicken marsala, chicken mushroom marsala wine in a rich velvety sauce served with rice pilaf and Italian zucchini and yellow squash mix. And the maple mustard grilled salmon is a grilled fillet of salmon with maple mustard glaze served with sauteed spinach and rice pilaf. And the sandwich special is a crispy chicken bacon ranch wrap. Crispy tenders, bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes with creamy ranch and a flour tortilla wrap.
That's today or tomorrow? Because I was.
It's today.
Oh, it is today.
No, it's not open tomorrow.
Oh, good to know.
And
so
next week is their final week, right?
Yeah,
I think because the kitchen sink buffet is May 20th.
but I do think they're having a buffet. I thought it was
Yeah, the final one is
May
May 20th.
May 20th. Okay.
Yeah, so next week.
Oh, it is. Jeez, I'm
Time flies.
Yeah, see how fast time goes. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Yeah, so the Starfighters game is 2 weeks now, not 1 week.
Okay.
The 26th.
Yeah. I think we should bring a calendar with us.
I know. We're learning.
We are.
We're learning as we go.
Just
so,
in time for my contract to end at the end of this year.
well, we. So, I don't know if you checked the views at all up on YouTube, but I know the superintendent was throwing shade at us and said that I was watching the show.
Yeah, he
on a
said you're
loop.
watching on multiple computers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that we have a rookie show. I think.
Yeah, I think
was
he
the
called it
term.
Rookie, and then I just watch it on several computers on replay, so just on a loop, Pete. So I just keep getting views. Not true, not true at all.
We'll have to go into the
No.
analytics for that and see where these
And
views
I
are coming
watch,
from.
I watch mine on Comcast, so that
Yeah.
doesn't even register.
So thanks for all your viewers out there. We're up well over 100 from last week's show. So,
are.
And a lot of people are listening. I just picked up my daughter from DC, and we ran into some kids that were saying Tiger Talk. They're
wow,
so-
you're a
yeah.
celebrity down there.
And Mr. and Mrs. Daly are driving back from Florida. Maybe they're picking it up right now on the show.
very
Oh, drive safely, guys.
yes.
So, and of course, we got Mrs. Ribeiro
Yeah, sure.
in Agawam. So, we got a lot of people listening.
We
I
do.
think we got a lot of good things going on here.
Yes,
So, it's
we
great.
do.
It led to your tenure here.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to keep you on. And I don't know
Through the end of this year?
Through the end of this year. And I don't know the status of
Right.
Mr. Langoni for next year. So maybe, and I'm actually thinking this, Pete, I think maybe Carol and Joe would be a nice little duo, and maybe I could guest host once in a while. We'll see how it goes.
There would be never, Pete. He would never give up his role as the
Carol.
host here. He would not, and that's okay. So I'm glad to step back and let Mr. Langoni
Are
come
you
back
throwing
on
shade
the show.
at me right now?
No, it's just
Don't.
how you
Don't go there.
you got to prep for mass appeal and beyond.
So it's part of outreach. Okay,
That's
And
right.
that's my new role.
Sure,
Okay?
you got it.
What's going on? We have a big thing coming up Saturday. Hopefully, I just sent Al to go get Mr. Rainey because he might have forgot about us. But we have a huge thing going on, and I will be there. Are you gonna go?
I'm going, of
You
course.
are.
I am.
Are you bringing your Volvo?
Well, not to show. In order to get to campus here, I will need my Volvo to take me.
What's going on Saturday morning up here at in the Bullens parking lot up top, and possibly on the lawn?
Yeah, 10 a.m. Oh, we got.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to continue? Okay. The experts are here, but our third annual car show, and it's running from Saturday, May 14th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And speaking of,
On
Good
cue.
timing.
Yep. Coming in like a whirlwind. We got our auto tech guys. We have our car show at 10 a.m. to
Yep,
2.
2.
You can bring your car. You can bring your it says bike there, Mr. Rainey. Does that mean bicycle or motorcycle?
Motorcycle, but if you want
Okay.
to show up on your bike, we can find somewhere to park.
What about the bicycles with the motors on them? Does that count?
Sure.
Would there be a category for that?
Why not?
Joining us, we have Mr. Rainey, our lead teacher in automotive technology. And Mr. Rainey, who did you bring with us for students over here to our left?
Over here, we have Nolan. He's part of the Motorsports Club, also a freshman in our auto tech shop.
Yep.
And we also have Nick, who is also a freshman and member of our Motorsports Club.
Okay, guys, if you're going to talk in, go right into that
Yeah,
microphone.
get up close to the mic so they can hear you. So, Mr. Rain, why don't we start with you first? I know you've been on the show earlier this year to talk about the show, but where did the idea come from, and then what's our status? How's it look like for this weekend?
Oh, we're looking good for this weekend. So the car show started, we got to count the COVID years where we didn't have a car show, but this is our third car show. So we did have 2 in the past. So it's our 3rd annual car show. We're trying to have one every year. So this year, everything seems to be coming together good. The first couple years, the first year we're flipping burgers ourselves for food.
great.
And then the second year we had a teacher here that was willing to help out and flip burgers for us. This year we scored 2 food trucks. So North Elm Butcher Block is going to be there with their food truck, as well as Crazy Arepas are going to be there. So we're going to have
Did you know you said that?
2.
That was
you got to roll
great.
the R.
Arepas. Nice.
So we're going to have 2 options for food. Trophies are all made up. They were made. Our manufacturing department made them, so they look
Are
really
you
cool.
expecting a trophy? Mr.
Well, I'm not
Daly?
expecting one, but I said to Mr. Rainey yesterday that, guys, there's going to be, I'm going to go on a limb saying there's only going to be one international scout there. So there's got to be an award for something like that. I said, maybe there's a award for best administrator scout.
Oh.
Yeah,
That way,
narrow field.
Yeah.
that way I narrow the field down. And I-
Mr. Tolumas has
Brings
a
one on
scout.
a trailer without telling anyone.
and I got a chance for it. So okay, so we're gonna have trophies. What are the categories for winning?
So we have best in show,
Mm-hmm.
we have best import, best domestic vehicle, best truck. I think those 3 categories have first and second place.
Okay, cool.
We have a student's choice. So the students are going to be
Okay.
judging all of the cars. But for instance, if there's a car that all around doesn't fit all of the checks on the judging form, but
Right.
they just like the color or something.
Yeah.
Or,
Well, that might not happen, but
but the students will get to pick a car they like. The instructors, so that we'll be able to
Yeah.
choose a car we
now
like.
is
just the
best in
instructor will.
show the best car out of everybody?
Yeah.
Like top to bottom.
Yeah.
What do you?
And all right, I mean, you may
right.
think so.
Right. Can you tell me what can we expect to know? Cars have pre-registered already, some or
Nope.
no?
No.
So they're just gonna pull in.
Yep.
There's a fee to come in, a donation.
Yep. So the day of the car show, like you already stated, it starts at 10.
Yeah.
You're gonna pull in. We're gonna have a registration tent. You'll see it. It's gonna be hard to miss.
Yeah.
You pull right in. We have a judging form and a dash form with a number on it. You're gonna fill out the top section, name, car information, return the judging form to the registration table, put the number on your dash, and then we're gonna ask for a minimum $10 donation to enter your car. So that's for cars entering. If spectators, I mean, people are more than welcome to come get some food,
Right.
listen to music,
Yeah.
check out the cars. Spectators are free.
If we're spectating and not bringing a show car, where can we park? Because there's
Yeah, so parking for spectators, you're going to use a small lot right outside of the main office.
Yep.
And then we have all the parking spots in front of the building itself,
Mm-hmm.
right off the street. There's going to be some on-street parking. You could park down in Greylock by the shops and
Yeah.
walk up the hill.
Yeah. So there'll be all Smith Ave. You can park up and down Smith
Yep.
Ave. There's a small parking lot outside the main office. There's some parking on, I think it's Hubbard, but that's
Yes,
another
that is
side
Hubbard.
street.
Yeah.
But you won't be able to park in the parking lot unless you're bringing a car in.
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
And guys, I'd like for my spot. I don't know when exactly I'm going to get there, but can you just make sure it's up to the front near the building? Okay, thank you. All right. So we're looking forward to that $10 donation
Yep.
for the car. If you want to give more, that's awesome because the proceeds will go to the Motorsports Club and a small portion that will be donated also to the Rob Alari Scholarship. Which we appreciate that. So
Yep.
thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Guys, you want to talk about the show a little bit in Motorsports Club? Why don't I ask Nick Nolan? Well, Nolan, why don't I ask Nolan? Why don't you tell me about Motorsports Club? You're a freshman, right? What got you into Motorsports Club, and what are you guys working on currently with the Motorsports Club?
Currently, we are working on getting our Mustang running correctly, and I joined because I thought it sounded fun, and I enjoy cars.
Yeah. What kind of Mustang are we rocking? What year is that? Do you guys know what year it is?
1998.
1998. Big motor in it. Sounds really cool. And what's the new Nick? Nick, what are we working on the Mustang? What's our improvements we're doing with that right now?
So we got it. So we blew the transmission up in October.
What?
Which, that's fun.
What?
I was in the car when the transmission blew.
So you're the reason?
No. Yeah. Well, technically, you could blame me, Misty, or.
Well, we're not pointing fingers, Nick. Let's not worry about that. But there was a little mishap with the transmission.
Yeah.
Maybe something. We are. Hey,
Yeah.
guys,
Internal
we're all
failure.
learning. And maybe we made a little mistake. That's okay. That's how you learn, by making mistakes. So whatever, we fixed it, right? We put the new tranny in.
Nolan and I stayed after. Thankfully, it was a Wednesday when we stayed after, so it was into Motorsport putting the transmission in and getting all the stuff set up. We took it to the preschool for a little car show.
Yeah, they loved it.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this is really the second event since the transmission died.
Yeah. So we're gonna bring the. That's gonna be obviously on. Guys, the Mustang can't win anything, right? Because it's the schools when we vote.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only fair.
We're going to bring that up there, obviously show that off, right?
Yep.
Maybe it can go next to the Scout.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe a couple down. We don't want to overshadow the Scout. But so you guys are going to be there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. How many people are we expecting? How many students are going to go, Mr.
Students,
Rainey?
I think we got at least 10, and we're going to reach out to some of the other auto tech and collision students, maybe get 15 or so.
You think you have enough volunteers to help out? I'll
Yeah.
be there, so
I'll
I can
be
do
there
whatever you
too.
need.
Yeah.
So that'll be fine.
Did you guys encourage the owner of that old GTA you got sitting out there to have him bring his car up for the car show?
Oh,
One of our hosts has his Pontiac GTA sitting over there. to
Oh,
get
the black.
fixed.
Yeah, if we get it running in the next 2 days.
Let's go.
Michael Buster McMahon has his car being worked on over there.
Yeah.
Nice. So, Mr. Rainey, talk to us about the just the shop. So, you guys are a working everyday shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are the things you? What can the public do? Like, you guys are working on live vehicles.
Yeah, so our shop works completely off customer vehicles. They bring in their cars. We ask for a donation. It's based off an hourly rate. But our shop's completely based off that, meaning we don't have we don't have mock-up vehicles as our primary source of learning. We do use mock-up vehicles for exploratory, but other than that, it's all customer vehicles.
Yeah, the mock-up vehicles are real customers' vehicles.
Yes.
And
Yep.
and there's a charge. Obviously, there's a charge, and it's a donation that goes to school, and that's how these shops keep going. So
Yep.
when you bring your vehicle, don't expect to pay something. You're just going to get a cheaper rate than you typically would.
So
with
for instance, it's a $30. We ask for a $30 donation per hour.
Right.
So like if a job we time guided, it says it takes 4 hours. It may take the kid 4 days.
Right.
But we're not going to charge you for 4 days.
Right.
We're going to charge you for the 4 hours.
Yeah.
But compared to shop rates nowadays in the field, I mean, you can pay $150 an hour for a labor rate.
And that's the thing. Also, time-wise, customers have to understand that you're not going to get to turn around. That you have to understand that a job that maybe only takes 2 hours might take literally a week.
Yes.
Because there's kids working on it. And
Yep.
And
this year has been tough too with parts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's having issues. I don't know if it's supply issues, but we're just having a hard time getting parts. So I mean, right now we have 8 bays in our shop, and more than half of them are vehicles tied up because we're waiting for parts.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 licensed, certified technicians with you guys, and then you got the kids, so you guys are killing it. And it doesn't seem like there's ever a need for customers, is there?
No, there's always enough. There's always enough work, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And ranging from something as simple as an oil change all the way to transmission changes,
Tyler's engine swap on a
Yep.
Jeep.
engine swaps. Maybe for scouts later. You never know.
Yeah.
You never know what's going on. Mr. Rainey, you are a teacher here. Before we get into our sports talk, we got a few minutes, right, Mrs. Groom?
Sure.
Do you want to talk, Mrs. Groom? I don't want to interrupt you.
No, you're doing just fine, Mr. Daly.
So I don't think we did the last time when you were here, Mr. Rainey. We wanted to we're trying to get a little background on every time we have a teacher, guys. We try to get a little background, like where did they come from? Why did they get into teaching? And a little, personal, like What's up? Why are you here? Why do you like Westfield Tech? So
I can do that.
How long you been here? Why did you get into it?
Well, this is my 5th year. Going on my 5th year being here teaching. 3rd year as department head in automotive. Basically, where it all is we'll start to the beginning. On November 10th, 1991. Just kidding. So I went to a tech school myself. I wasn't fortunate enough to attend this school, but I grew up in Chicopee, and I went to Chicopee Comprehensive High School. I took automotive there. My senior year, I went out on co-op, and I worked at a place called Sonny's Auto Repair. That's in Chicopee.
Yep.
So I started off on co-op there, and I believe it was 2009 I started. And that went well. After I graduated, I worked there full-time. Originally, my plan was to be an accountant. It wasn't 100% my plan.
Right.
It was more so my parents saying you should go to college and do something.
Right.
So I did to, kind of satisfy their want for that. Absolutely hated accounting. Couldn't take it. So very shortly after that, I switched my major to just business management and marketing, just because it was a little more fun at that point. And then I thought maybe I was going to own my own business someday. So I got an associate's degree at HCC, and then I went to Elms College, and I got my bachelor's degree in business management and marketing. When I was in Elms College, part of the requirement to get to bachelor's degree was to do community service or volunteer work. So I went back to Chicopee Comp, and I volunteered my time in the shop there helping kids. And that's kind of when I realized, I like doing this. This is actually kind of fun. Maybe I want to be a teacher. Also at Sonny's, he took a lot of kids out on co-op,
right.
And I'd work with them a lot, and I liked it. And so that's kind of the point where I started saying, okay, I almost got my bachelor's degree in that. I finished it. I didn't switch majors then. But then I started seeing what I had to do to pursue being a teacher. And from there, did what I needed to do. This job opened up, and I took it.
That's
Meant
it.
to be.
Yeah.
The rest is history. Now you're the lead teacher running the shop.
Yep.
You have a nice mentor, Mr. Tebow, who's been here for 38
years.
38 years. I was going to say 33.
This is his 38th year.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
Guy is amazing. Hasn't lost a beat. I told him, I said, we're going to go out together in 10 years. so Mr. Rain, before you roll, we got 5 questions. You going to want to do the 5 questions?
Sure.
Okay, Carol's going to ask you 5 questions.
Okay.
Mr. Rainey has not been prepped on these questions.
No, he has not.
They're just off the cuff. Let's see what Mr. Rainey does with this. Okay, guys?
And
Here we
this
go.
is quick answers.
Yeah,
okay.
real quick.
Quick.
Favorite make and model.
Chevy Corvette.
Okay. Favorite vacation destination.
Florida.
How about favorite restaurant?
99. Simple.
That's great.
Like those gold fever wings, baby.
If you could meet someone famous, who would it be?
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Nice.
Whoa.
Well, that's a good one.
I knew it. You were going to love that.
Yeah.
And then finally, your favorite band or musician?
Favorite band, Black Sabbath.
All right.
Whoa. Hey,
Yeah.
did you learn something, guys?
Yes.
You know to get him a gift card at the 99.
Yes.
Get him a rock t-shirt and give him some Ozzy Osbourne.
That's right. That's good.
Awesome. Well, guys, hey, thanks for coming on. You guys did great. We look forward to the show. Make sure everybody shows up at Bullen's between 10 and 2. If you're bringing a car, does everybody need, like, how long is the registration, do you think?
We'll register. Try to get there definitely before 12. I think we're going to cut it off at 12, start
Okay.
judging at 12.
Yeah.
Do awards and raffles at 1.
Okay.
And then if you want to trickle off after that, you're more welcome to leave at 1. I mean, no one's held hostage anyway.
Is there
Whatever you want.
is there a burnout? Is there a burnout competition?
No
No
burnouts, no revving, no
Okay. I just
loud
wanted
music.
to make sure I'll settle down on my so I don't do that.
Yeah,
with my,
please.
With my 22 horsepower vehicle.
What kind of
So-
music's going to be playing?
We are gonna have a DJ there. What kind of music's
So-
will be playing? I don't know. It's a surprise
So
to
it's a
me.
mix. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pete, can we go to a quick commercial and bring Al on for 5 minutes? All right, sounds good. We'll be back with Tiger Talk.
What the Rock is cooking.
Support for community radio on WSKB is provided by Betts Plumbing and Heating Supply Company, an independent, family-owned wholesaler serving Westfield for over 50 years, specializing in plumbing, heating, and industrial piping supplies. On the web at betsplumbing.com or at 14 Coleman Avenue in Westfield.
Join me,
Join us
Tina
every Thursday
Gorman, each week from 6 to 8 a.m. for Wake Up Wednesday, when my guests and I discuss health, wellness, and lifestyle reimagined.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM WSKB Westfield.
Welcome back to Tiger Talk. Here we are, Sports Corner with Al. With your
Alejandro
host,
Rogers.
Yeah, with your hosts, Kevin Daly and Carol Groom.
Yes, and we got jammed up against the clock a little bit, Al, but we got 5 minutes. We always seem to start a little bit late, and I always think we're not going to have enough time, and then...
Can you imagine if I talked
have
through
too
the
much.
show? Can you imagine if I gave more input to the show? We would be here for hours.
Carol, you give plenty of input. Let's just keep it at that, okay? Hey, Al, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us here. What's new and exciting in the world of sports right now?
Oh, let's just say last night, Golden State played awful.
Yeah, you're leading with Golden State?
Yeah.
What about the Celtics?
I'll get to that in a second. But I got no words to say. They did not have Ja Morant, their best player, and we got destroyed by 30.
Yeah, they took it. I think they took that game for granted, but maybe they want to go back and win it.
Like they did last series. I just don't get why you just finish them off when you finish them off.
Right.
Move on to the next team. It's just this doesn't make any sense. They didn't have their star elite best player, and we got destroyed by 30. How?
It happens, Al. That's why they play more than one game, right? It's not. That's why it's not.
And
a
then
game
yesterday, the Celtics were up 12 going into the fourth, and Milwaukee came back and won.
Yeah, Marcus Smart got stuffed, and then he turned the ball
Had
over.
Jason Tatum wide open for three.
Yeah, I know.
I came back home to watch the last 30 seconds of it.
Well, that was good. Hat off to Milwaukee, right, Mrs. Grumman?
That's
What did
right.
you think of Giannis?
I did think of him.
Giannis was Giannis has been
got nothing.
Giannis has been a key force. I think that every single time he steps on the court, he makes something happen.
Mrs. Groom, you want more time, and you don't even know who Giannis is. Doesn't Giannis play well for the Celtics? Do you think he does a good job?
He plays for the other team,
Which is
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's the Bucks.
Thank you.
The Bucks.
The Bucks.
Okay. All right, Al. So the Celtics lost. They're down 3-2.
Both again. Warriors and Celtics are Game 6 tomorrow.
Okay, we'll be looking forward to watching that. And then how about the Bruins?
Tonight.
Yep, tonight Bruins down 3-2. Swayman in net.
Could they force a Game 7?
I hope so. And Mr. Forney will be out there, right, announcing the game.
I think that he's gonna. They need to bring their best A game if they want to keep their season alive.
Obviously, no doubt. So that's big, and that's tonight. So we got a lot of sports going on for the next couple of days. What I want to talk to Mrs. Groom, do you want to talk about the girls softball at Westfield Tech quickly?
I certainly will. So far, they're 9-3. Starting pitcher, sophomore Alyssa Slack currently has 109 strikeouts for the season. Taylor Parker, Alyssa
You think
Slack.
you get it right off her? I don't know, Al.
I don't know. 109 is pretty good.
Woo! All right. And then Taylor Parker, Alyssa Slack, and Riley Nimchik all have gotten home runs this season, with Alyssa getting 3 homers in one game.
Oh, Alyssa Slack?
Yes.
So not
This
only is
according
she
to
our
Coach
best pitcher,
Yeah.
she's dropping homers.
She is. Prior to Wednesday's game, the batting averages were on the high side. Alyssa Slack, 595. Riley Nimchik, 583. Delaney Kakacha, 566. Taylor Parker, 513. And Kristen Nutting, 409. And
So
then
they're all over the 500 and 400s.
I mean, that's in high school ball. Yeah, I mean, 300 in the pros is unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
And then finally, special recognition goes out to first baseman Cassie Gerard and outfielder Caprice Allen.
Yes.
Who are absolutely crushing it defensively.
Nice.
So that's
and hence the record of 9-2.
Yep, 9-3.
9-3.
Yep.
And they're playing Saturday. Is that in there?
It is not, but
okay,
I have
so Saturday
is their senior morning.
Is their senior day. Their game is, I believe, it's at 11 at Whitney Park.
Nice.
So if you go to the car show, maybe you can do both.
Right.
Go to the game and then stop by the car show.
Well done, Coach Camp and the girls.
How about, Al, let's talk about Westfield Tech baseball. We know about the big game Tuesday night versus St. Mary's. That'd be prompt. But what are you guys doing?
I think Belchertown's the game I want to talk about from a couple days ago.
Okay, let's talk about it. Did you guys win?
We were down 7-2. It was 7-2, and then we got it to 7-6. Dakota Durkee comes up. He said, "Coach, what's the score? Coach, what's the score?" 7-6, Dakota. Next pitch, boom. Out of the ballpark.
Homer?
Yes.
Where
moonshot.
Was it Belchertown?
Yes, it was at Belchertown.
Was there
their senior night. It was
over the fence?
Yes, it was their senior night, and we came up with a 5-run comeback.
Cut it out.
Wow.
Yep, 5-6 run comeback.
And you ended up winning the game.
Yes, and then he came out and got the last 6 outs to win the game.
Close the door. What's that put us for a record right now?
11-2, and I believe 4-1 for Tri-County North.
Awesome. How's Al Rogers playing?
Good. Got on base last game. I got my at bat. Got hit right here, but we got a game.
Any way you get on, get on.
It doesn't matter how you get on as long as you get on.
That's it.
Tonight is against Gateway. Tomorrow's a Pathfinder. Legion tryouts are this Saturday.
You got a busy schedule coming up too.
Tuesdays at St. Mary's. That's the senior night game.
The big one.
Then we got games Wednesday and Thursday. Then here comes playoffs.
Hey, can you talk to me? Is that game home tonight?
7:00 at Bolton's tonight.
Ooh, okay, 7:00. So if you guys are out, if anybody's out and about, and actually might be, 7:00 tonight, Bullens Field, Westfield Tech versus Gateway. Did you already play Gateway before?
Yes, that was the first game.
And that's where you scored three touchdowns?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically.
Nice. All right, let's keep it under control today. It was abbreviated sports talk with you, but great job. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll talk to you next week, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go Celts.
Yeah, go get them.
All right, and okay, Warriors. Maybe we'll cheer for the Warriors too.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Come on, Steph. We got to do better than that. All right, Mrs. Groom, anything?
Nothing.
Oh.
Well, NASCAR, we're going to Kansas next.
We're going to Kansas, and did you win last week?
No.
No, did anybody?
No, none of us did.
Okay, you got a winner?
You didn't. Yeah, I'm going with the Kyles again this week.
2? Okay.
Bush and Larson, but Larson first.
I'm going to go with Truex, and I'm going to stay with sliced bread.
How's Elliot doing? Last week he was in first, right?
Yeah, but he didn't do too bad last week.
Let me guess, Al. You're going to pick Chase Elliott.
He's been cooking it, man. Why am I going to let go of him?
Okay. All right. Al
right,
for
got
Chase
it.
Elliott.
Got it.
That's it for Tiger Talk. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the weather. 80 degrees today. Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week.
Beautiful. It's going to be a beautiful night tonight.
Support for the community programming of WSKB is provided by Westfield Bank. For more than 160 years, Westfield Bank has been an important community presence and commercial leader in the Pioneer Valley, with convenient full banking services in Westfield, West Springfield, East Longmeadow, Agawam, Feeding Hills, Springfield, Southwick, as well as Enfield and Granby, Connecticut. Visit us on the web at westfieldbank.org.
Underwriting for WSKB's community radio programming is brought to you in part by R. Levesque Associates. They are offering landscape architecture, civil engineering, environmental permitting, and land surveying. RLA is a second-generation company devoted to excellence in the planning and design of outdoor spaces. On the web at rlaland.com or at 40 School Street in Westfield.
I'm Mark Auerbach. Join me every Friday at 8 a.m. for Arts Beat, where you'll meet interesting actors, directors, designers, and musicians here in Western New England.
Community Radio.
89.5 WSKB. Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM